So welcome everybody once again at this Brewing the American Dream webinar. It's presented today in partnership with Axion Opportunity Fund and Samuel Adams. My name is Meredith Medlin-Dooley, and I'm the Senior Director of Business Education here at Axion Opportunity Fund, or AOF. Sheree Moratto is an avid supporter of entrepreneurship and community development. She manages sustainability and capital access programs for the Rogers Park Business Alliance in Chicago, Illinois, and she founded the Chicago Farmers Market Collective in 2018. I'd like to shift perspective a little bit to the farmers market groups, community groups that organize farmers market a little bit. So Sheree, from that farmers market perspective, how would you describe an ideal vendor? How can business owners, make themselves into kind of the ideal vendor to work with?
Well, first of all, I wish Heather and Uli were both in Chicago because I'd have them at my market in about 4 seconds. Just the fact that you're giving so much thought to your customer, the neighborhood that you're going to be in, and then also using it to your business's advantage as you develop it. So whether you're a startup that's just going out there for the first time to see how will people respond to what it is that you're providing, to somebody who's maybe been in business for a long time, adjusting what you're bringing and what you're doing, staying within your mission and what your business is here to provide, while addressing the community that you're in. I mean, I think that's just like the perfect combination. I think one thing in Chicago we're really lucky about is a lot of our vendors and management develop working relationships. I have heard that around the country that's not necessarily the case, but surely here it's been an important element of working together in terms of helping that vendor scale up. Because I mean, kind of our goal is not only that our community can procure the food that they're looking for, but that the businesses that are coming to the market and vending there are going to be able to achieve their goals with that business as well. So working together to help each other understand where your business is wanting to go and what that market is wanting to achieve, I think is an important element that sometimes can get lost in the shuffle. In a kind of like, in a funny kind of anecdotal way, when I first started a farmer's market about 12 years ago, I learned that vendors would get very upset if I moved their location. And I would maybe I would move them maybe because I saw that there was either they weren't getting enough traffic and somebody else had too much. So I would kind of like try and reorganize. And that way it never dawned on me in the early days that I should talk to the vendors about this before I made the change. And there were a lot of tears and a lot of anxieties about that. But over the years, we were able to develop a good working relationship where when I wanted to see a change like that, I would just go to the vendors and say, you know what, I think if I put Uli next to Heather, it's a natural fit. And so I know it's different, but let's try it out for a week and see what happens. So finding ways to work together to help everybody achieve those goals, I think is really the goal of the market. And of course, I just want to say too, going out there every week, it's an act of courage on all of our parts at this point. Back to your opening comments, Meredith. The fact that you guys are out there, we're out there, our customers are coming out. This is an important gesture on all of our parts. So working together to make it optimal for everyone is real goal.
That is so important, Sheree. I really appreciate the focus on that two-way communication and that, seeing it as a collaborative relationship for the good of the market, of the business, but also for the broader community. Absolutely. I just think that's so important. Thank you. We have to wrap up this conversation, but the learning really doesn't have to stop ever. You can get in touch with us and we can help you out. So Angela, Heather, Sheree, Uli, I really appreciate your time. I want to thank you so much for helping us learn about so many different facets of farmers markets and why they're so critical to our communities and how we can all really contribute to their success. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. And again, thanks everybody for joining with us today. I hope you found this information helpful and you feel more prepared to really have a strong impact at your farmers markets this season. So thanks again, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.